Good morning, all my teachers and all my friends. Welcome to English speaking competition. The first thing I would like to talk now is I wish the judgment and all of us sit here have a good health today. Today, I feel very happy to be here to take part in that competition. And first of all, I would like to introduce something about myself. My name is Nam. I come from class 9A in Nicochang Secondary School. I live with my family in a small village in Thanh Liêm District, Hà Nam Province, about 50 kilometers to the south of Hanoi. My family has 4 people. We are my dad, my mom, my brother, and me. And I love my family very much. The village where we live in is very beautiful, with the long rivers, some big mountains, and more especially, there are a lot of battlefields in our village. When the spring and winter come, I always climb up the mountain because I enjoy the fresh air and the whole view of my village here. Swimming in the river when the summer comes always makes me feel very comfortable and happy. The people in our village are mainly farmers. They work very hard on the farm, in the field, every day to earn money. Although they are not rich, they are very friendly and honest. And I hope someday you will come to our village to see a lot of beautiful places in our village. And I am sure that when you come to our village, you will have a nice trip. And now, I am studying in Nicochang Secondary School. I feel very proud of being a student in my school because my school has many good things. Good teachers, good students, and good education. To begin with, I would like to talk about the education. My school is very famous for its education. My school is very good, such a lot of parents believe it and keep their children to our school to study. My school has a lot of good teachers. They are not only good, but also very friendly and helpful. They teach us a lot of interesting things. And when we get into trouble, they always help us to solve this problem. And I love them very much. The students in our school are very hardworking, kind studious, and friendly. And I'm sure that when you come to our school, you can see the students study everywhere and everywhere. And thus they make them get good marks in most competition and make their teacher, their parents happy and feel proud of them very much. Yes. At school, I study a lot of interesting subjects, but the best subject I choose to become my favorite subject in English. It's my point of view in the future. When I study it well, I can find a good job and with a high salary I want. So I will try my best to study English harder and better in the future. Yes, my dream is becoming a doctor. In my opinion, become a doctor, I can earn more money and another job in the future. And become a doctor, I can help people have the most important thing in their life. What it is I think is in health. When you have a good health, you have many wishes. Wish for a good job in the future, wish for the salary of the job you want. But when I have a bad health, I only have one wish. It's a wish for good health. So that's the reason it encourages me to study harder and better to make my dream become a doctor become true. And now let's let's come back to my topic. My topic today is question 10. Time to the development of the information and communication. Technologies, different types of telephones have become more and more popular in all places and familiar to the people. Some people think that students using cell phone at school must be better because it has a lot of disadvantages. Do you agree or disagree with the idea? In my opinion, I think the student use cell phone at school have the both advantage and disadvantage of it. And now, I would like to mention about the advantage of using cell phone at school. The first thing I would like to talk about now of using cell phone for students is help students to study themselves. With the cell phone, students can get access to the internet and do a test of many subjects on the internet, such as IOE or more learning program on the internet. The second is to help students to relax themselves. After a hard working day, a hard lesson, they can listen to music to reduce stress. They can watch a film to reduce stress. And when they listen to music, when they watch film, they can reduce their stress and give them a lot of energy after a hard working day. The next advantage of using cell phone for students is it helps the student to get information easily. With a cell phone, with access to the internet, students can get the fullest and latest information on the internet by watching or reading the online magazines, online newspaper on the internet. And moreover, they can get the information of their schoolwork by reading or watching about their schoolwork. And now, the best advantage of using cell phone for students at school, I would like to mention now, is help them to connect easily with their parents. In my opinion, most parents buy for their children a cell phone, a normal phone, because they want to call for them everywhere. After a lesson, they can connect with their children to ask about the timetable now, ask about everything which they need to ask. And it is true that there are lots of advantages of using cell phone for students. And now, everything has two hands. One hand is advantage. And on the other hand, I would like to talk about the disadvantage of using cell phone for students at school. The first disadvantage is that they can't play video game everywhere and everywhere at school. When they have a cell phone, they can download some video game to their cell phone, and when they study, they can play the video game, and that make they neglect their schoolwork and make their reason become much more worse. However, when they play video game, when they study in cell phone, they can make their friends cannot study and make their friends feel disappointed with them. The second disadvantage I would like to talk now is they can get addicted to the video game. They play video game more, so that they can get addicted to the video game. And when they get addicted, they love playing video game. They can play everywhere except midnight. At midnight, when they play video game, they can't get a lot of serious disease about the eye, because playing video game at midnight, have to turn off the light when they play. They can get a lot of serious disease about their eye. And the next, I would like to talk now is everything has a two hands. One hand for advantage and another hand for disadvantage. And the student should learn how to use cell phone, their own cell phone in the clever way to see the fullest advantage of it. That's all about the topic. Thank you for listening.
Do you have a cell phone? How do you use it?
Thank you for your question. My mom disagrees with the statement that I have a cell phone myself because when I have a cell phone, I really do something which make me much more worse. So if I have a cell phone, I will do some following thing to see the best advantage of using cell phone for me. The first, I only use cell phone when it's necessary for me. After a hard working day, I only spend about 50 minutes listening to music. Then I study. Or when I need to call my mom, I will go to the place where not have a people, and I only spend a little time to calling for my mom. And okay, that's all.
What should you do if your friend, especially your husband, don't use cell phone sensibly?
Excuse me, would you mind repeating?
Okay, now, what should you do if your friend, especially your husband, don't use cell phone sensibly? Right, don't use cell phone right or sensibly.
Thank you for the question. I think the cell phone prevent us from studying better because of its disadvantage.
Thank you. And the last question for you is, why do you think cell phones are necessary for you and for students?
I'm very glad to answer your question. The cell phone, I think the cell phone is not necessary for me and for my family. And I think the parents should buy for their children a normal phone, which only can call and receive the call from their children, from their parents to make information from their parents. Okay.
Thank you.